Mama's news, mama's blues today. Um, on this process of self-discovery, you know, get more comfortable with some of the things that I'm learning to, or I started to identify about myself in the process of self-discovery. Because that's all, what it's all about. You discover some things, you identify them, you address them, um, according to me. But in this process of self discovery, what I did um, really get a grip on today, and I don't say this in any way to be arrogant, which is an A. And I'm also doing a writing project that I want to call the A type, that's built around a lot of things that come along with that. But, really thinking about myself and some of the distinctions and being okay with being distinct, that's another thing um, that I have had trouble with prior to now. Some of the things that make me different, because I've heard that a lot about myself. Even my children say I'm weird. But some of the things that make me different or distinguish me from my environment or from my peers. Um, but really thinking about today, right? When I think about the A type, um, when I think about myself as an A type, and how all those things fall into place, and I feel like I get a bad rep. I get a lot of times I get the energy of like, the know-it-all energy projected on me, the perfect Patty energy projected on me, which I feel like I'm the furthest thing from that. Like I promise you, like I count up my mistakes more than anything, anybody I feel like I know, which accountability is one of the A's that fall into that writing project. But the A type, for myself personally, I'm an Aries that starts with an A. I was born in April. That starts with an A. I've always been in advanced academics, which in my culture, I'm finding is proven to still be a problem in my old age, right? But being in advanced academics, I was the oldest grandchild, oldest child, oldest niece, oldest all A, the first. Um, and then I was, raised mostly around my elders, my grandmother, my aunt, stuff like that, right? Which would also, sculpt a different type of brain training, because that's what it's all about, or that's where it starts, right? But from a little person, I've always been very advanced. And in school, when I was in school, that was a plus, but that did take a turn in my life, right? But what I'm coming to understand and how, I've kind of like disconnected or have felt disconnected from my environment in certain times is that um, my advanced academic brain was not just for school like that. It's just one brain, so it overlaps into all the areas in your life. So, imagine if from a little person, your brain was trained in an advanced way. And, you went to schools that taught advanced thought processes compared to most of the people you were around who went to other type of schools, right? That's a whole nother thing that I'm trying to address in my career as far as trying to how to blend that so it's not such a distinction that it like harms the way people socialize with each other. But that, I didn't necessarily go to schools where kids were trained or being developed to be worker bees, right? We were um, trained with curriculums of explorative learning, and that's actually a model, right? But understanding that me being trained that way, and one of the only kids in my family, one of the only kids in my neighborhood, because I went to school outside of my neighborhood a lot, that was all one brain and it overlapped into all the areas of my life. So what that would look like is like I could be in places and I could see somebody doing something and in my brain, my computer doesn't make sense because I have been taught um, it a different way, whether it be from my academic training in school or from being raised with an elder who may have told me that that kind of thing has poor consequences. Um, and then if I say that in that space, right, just trying to be helpful, then it looks like I think I know everything, right? And what that does to a person who feels over time, or at least for me, it will make you shut down and be like, okay, well, I'm not going to say anything. You know what I'm saying? But the energy that comes from the other person, it hurts, and you are mind, body, and spirit, being around people who always, you maybe you always feel some type of way, or you feel some type of way around. Um, you can feel the distinction, especially when it's like between you and loved ones, people that you love, and you're really just trying to use your information to assist, and it comes back another type of way. That it hurts your spirit. It's disheartening. That's what it is. It's disheartening for me. And then becomes discouraging, or has been. And in my process of self-discovery, trying to reverse all of that and just looking at the entire spectrum and understanding why that happens, right? And I know that it probably isn't just happening to me, but in order to remedy that, really being okay with allowing this computer to assist me. I mean, not only um, do I have a brain that is training for that, then I'm also trying to rewire and develop my brain and put new information into my brain. So I'm further sharpening my tool. I'm further. I'm taking more courses. I'm trying to continue my course. So me sharpening my tool just further, you know, assists me in development, right? But that even more distinguishes me from the people that I'm around most who aren't practicing those same things. And so to them, it looks like I think I know it all, or whatever it may look like to them, without them allowing me to explain what it actually is for me. So I don't have so much anxiety around who I am. You know, sometimes I have felt like a fish out of water. Um, but it's really, not that. Like I look at, I promise, like it's so much so that I went to the website for the high school I graduated from, which is not coincidentally, but which is, I will just say, the high school that I went to is, not only is it the nation's oldest public girl high school that is still open. It is a blue ribbon school nationally, which means that, the brains that are in this school um, are, or that come through this school are trained a certain type of way or whatever. I don't really know it, but I will say that, a lot of greatness comes out of that space, you know. And I don't want to feel bad about that. Um, because I have a lot of things that I'm doing in my private time that I feel like are great. And a lot of times I don't even get to look at that because I'm so full of, what I'm doing wrong and what I have done wrong. And I feel like part of that is part of my own makeup, being a person who would be considered an overachiever, which is a residual effect of, being an advanced academic, which comes with achieving outcomes, right? Um, which one, that's another thing. It doesn't just wash away because you finish school. Like it's a mindset. It's a mindset. Um, yeah, and being okay with that, you know. Um, and how that distinguishes me from others, and not wanting to feel attacked, be attacked, or attack myself for that. How I may see the world differently than other people or most people I'm around. One, because of that training. Two, because I've experienced things that other people have not, just like everybody else has. Like I know I'm far from a know-it-all. I don't want to be a know-it-all. I don't even care enough about another person's experience to want to know it all. What I do know is that there's a lot of things that happen in other people's experience that I don't know. That's how I know I'm not a know-it-all, and I don't want to be one. I just want to know me and be and know my loved ones well enough for us to all be in harmony with each other. Harmony, harmony. I know a lot of people talk about peace. I talk about peace. I found peace with lots of things. You know, peace is when you can exist with something and be okay. Well, that's how it looks in my mind. But just, you know, being at peace, but also being in harmony. That's, you know, being harmonious. It's a beautiful thing. And I want to be in harmony with myself and with my loved ones. If we can achieve that, accomplish that. Um, and if I can use my brain space or my tool to assist, I would want to be able to do that and be allowed to. Um, and if that doesn't work, I'm okay with that too. You know, that's what I am in this phase in life. That's another thing. You know, I'm in an advanced stage in life than most other people. I'm in middle age, but you know, I have a lot of backstory data that prepared me for, or was able to prepare me, was preparing me better for middle age than a lot of my peers. Um, and then a lot of younger people that I'm around, they haven't even experienced middle age or half of what I experienced. So, you know, that's where I am today. That's Mama's News, Mama's Blues. Sky Blue. Boo.